Welcome to Transmissions, where we talk about Hasbro, Takara, and third-party Transformers. On this episode, another third-party company is tackling the Japanese G1 Trainbots. There's a ton of non-transforming Transformer figures and model kits coming soon, and Toy Titans, Hasbro, and Mattel might be joining forces. Today is Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023, and this is episode 536 of Transmissions.
Welcome to Transmissions, the podcast that keeps a secret dossier on each of its hosts and guest hosts, just in case they get any crazy ideas. I'm your host, Charles, aka Big C, and I'm joined by the excellent Transmissions team. Jeremy, aka Yakko.
So just let it be known that if anything comes out, it's my twin brother that you never knew I had until just now. How you doing?
And Daryl, the Cybertronian Beast.
I just want to say that if anything happens, Jeremy did it. Let's talk Transformers.
As always, we start off the show by thanking our Donatreons, those lovely people who support us on Patreon and PayPal. We really appreciate all your contributions, and it helps keep the show going. So thank you for that. If you would like to become a Donatreon, just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support, and that's where you can sign up. You get lots of bonus content. We've got lots of special episodes and early release episodes. As long as you are entered automatically into all our contests, and at the higher levels, you even get some merchandise and other perks. So take a look and see if that's something you might be interested in. As I mentioned, we got some bonus content. Part of that is our bonus show, We Like Big Bots. That's done by Daryl and Dr. Pants. We've got 10 episodes of that ready to go right now on our Patreon page. So you can check them out there. More episodes coming soon. I know we've been saying that for the last 4 months. They are still coming soon. Soon is a relative term. But we will we will get back in the studio and get those cooking soon. Anything you'd like to add, Daryl?
I mean, as long as we're off, we are still acquiring. So, Dr. Pants and I are just buying more stuff. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're making room. No, not really. I don't think I could pull off that lie. We're not. we're finding more places to put more big bots. So, rest assured, we'll have some cool stuff to talk about.
All right. Also, we've got the bonus episodes for our live play Transformers RPG podcast, Empire of Rust. And this week we have on our Patreon page the bonus early uncut version of Empire of Rust episode 100 part 2. This was a triumph. So the episode is still This Was a Triumph. It's part 2 of our episode 100 spectacular. If you are a Donatreon, you get access to that right now. It's already available on our Patreon page. You should be able to get it. If not, you'll have to wait till next week to get the regular version at our on our regular free feed, which is at transmissionspodcast.com/rust. So this is a big thing. We have a special returning character on Empire of Rust. That's pretty exciting. And it's a big battle. The battle's been going on for the last few episodes. I think this will be the conclusion of that big battle. And will they be victorious? Will the party make it through, solve all the problems they're trying to solve? You'll just have to listen and find out. All right, now, before we get into the regular show, it's the end of, as we record this, it's the end of April. As you're listening to this, it's the beginning of May. So we're going to do our Toyhax $10 gift code drawing, and this is for April of 2023. This is courtesy of our friends at Toyhax. They allow us to give away a $10 gift code for their website at toyhax.com, where you can buy lots of labels, stickers for your Transformers toys. Oh, and by the way, you can use our code
Blaster7, that's Blaster and the number 7,
to save 15% off your total order at toyhax.com. So if you win the gift code, that means that your little gift certificate will go even further with that 15%. So, but even if you don't win, you can still be a winner and use our code to save some money. Now, all our donatrons are automatically entered into this contest, and even at the higher levels, some of our donatrons get 2 entries just for being at that high level. So, lots of chances to win, and we're going to do that drawing right now. Jeremy, is your assistant ready to go?
Computer, are you ready?
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, can you please have her pick a random number between 1 and 78?
Computer, give me a random number between 1 and 78.
Here's a number between 1 and 78. It's 67.
67 goes to Steve, who is also Wolfwood, and I believe is listening right now. Congratulations, Wolfwood.
Right on. A returning winner.
And one of our regular live listeners.
Yes.
Another
Congrats.
perk of Donatrions.
Exactly.
And somebody who's going to, make me actually do this thing. So I'm a little behind. I am a little behind on these codes.
You have been contacting all the winners and giving them their codes, right? Right?
Yes. Yes.
When he gets the codes from Toyhax, after he contacts Toyhax.
That's right.
Well,
congrats, Steve. I will be in contact some point very soon. I know you will keep me honest on this and make me do this. So yeah, thank you. And congrats.
Past winners, if you have not received your prize yet, please contact us and keep Daryl extra honest.
Yeah. But also, if you want to listen live, we record on Sunday nights. If you're a Donatreon, check us out.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get into our toy talk, and we'll start off with quick hits.
Okay, and this week we are going to start off the show by talking about something that I remember hearing about a little while ago and kind of having a passing interest in, and now we've got some prototype images of it. This is a company called Si Yang. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, but this is Si Yang Culture Legend Scale G1 Trainbots / Raiden, and it is their Getsui and Seijan prototype images. This is basically Legend Scale Raiden figure, and I am just over the moon about this. Ever since we started talking about Masterpiece Raiden and the third party one, I have been all aboard the Raiden train.
Wow, Daryl. Wow. Wow.
It was kind of good, right? Come on. No. Okay. Never mind. Let's move on.
No. You get no credit for that. 0 credit. You get negative credit for that.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I'm really interested in these. They look good. They're highly detailed. I have no idea who this company is. I don't know if they're an existing company masquerading as Si Yang Culture. The scale looks great. I mean, there's a picture here of Jeremy showing off. It shows a bunch of existing Legend scale figures, and it's fairly big by comparison. So, I mean, they are train cars. They're supposed to be a little bit more on the big side. And, so these things are going to be fairly big for Legend scale figures. In comparison, it's going to be closer to like the larger scale robots in the Legends class. But yeah, if they do, and they supposedly are going to combine into a Raiden, then I'm all for it. I am really interested in this. yeah, it's all, I'm all in. But yeah, let's just go riding.
All right. Next up, we have another model kit from YOLO Park. This is the G1 Megatron, and it was first shown at the Toy Heart Expo in China. And this is 20 centimeters tall. It has it has like a typical Megatron face, but I don't know. Maybe it's just the way that this model looks in the picture here. It looks a little off to me. But he has an energy sword, 3 interchangeable faces, battle damage chest piece you can add in, and the key to Vector Sigma, which is pretty cool. They have a YouTube video here, and also parts of this is diecast metal. In this image we have here, you can see the blue parts are going to be diecast, so it's going to have some weight to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a YouTube video that is showing it off if you want to check that out. And there's a mailing list you can get on. There's a Kickstarter that's launching soon, and you can reserve your super early bird with that. So get in on that. We'll have more updates as soon as they reveal more.
I did the conversion with my tape measure. 20 centimeters is about 8 inches.
Yeah, it was also on the website I'm showing.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to be more a citizen of the world and just saying the metric, but
I appreciate it.
Okay, next up, we've got a new robot from Robeson. This is a Rise of the Beasts inspired Optimus Prime. But this Robeson figure is fully articulated. It can be controlled. It's a robot that you can control with your smartphone, but it doesn't transform. So it's just an Optimus Prime action figure or action interactive robot, I should say. But it is tying in with the new Transformers Rise of the Beast movie. Robeson says they're going primal, although this is not Optimus Primal. This is Optimus Prime. So I don't know if that means there's an Optimus Primal coming. Maybe. I don't know.
And one of their articulated Optimus stuff with Optimus Primal would be really epic.
Yeah. But this looks like it's going to be available online May 25th. So at the end of this month, you can order it. Also, I guess you can subscribe to their Instagram to win a limited edition of a Transformers art book. So let's check that out on their Instagram. Robeson Official, in case you were wondering.
All right. And next up, we have the some packaging showing the new re-release, I guess, of Voyager class Dirge. And we talked about this a bunch because a lot of people here in Canada did not get the 2-pack of Dirge and Ramjet. And so this is showing that it is starting to come out, but that there is a bit of a variant going on, and that Dirge from the 2-pack was in fact the wings were painted black plastic, and these ones from the new Legacy line are actually molded in the color, like the base color that's needed. So they're a variant, I guess. They're not exactly the same as the original. It's not a repack or anything like that. So yeah, if you're a variant chaser and Dirge is one of the characters that you love to go after, then maybe you need to buy 2 of these.
All right. Then we have a new product from 3-0. It's from the Bumblebee movie, and it's DLX RC. This is their mid-scale stuff. It's not as expensive as their big things, and it's also non-transforming. But it's a die-cast frame. It has a nice paint job, light-up eyes, and a bunch of accessories. Pre-orders are going live May 4th. So may the 4th be with you. Go buy this Transformer. And it'll be available at all the major sites like Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source, etc. So if you're interested in the 3-0 stuff, it's all high end quality stuff. This is 20 centimeters, Daryl, and check this out.
Still 8 inches, Daryl. Okay, our last topic is another set of model kits. These are smaller models, but also from the Bumblebee movie. These are kits by Trumpeter. We've got Bumblebee movie versions of Optimus Prime, Starscream, and some other Seekers. So these looks like they're smaller, but they're easily assembled. Doesn't look like they have a lot of articulation, but they each come with a little stand that you can mount them on. But they look pretty good. I mean, if you like the Bumblebee movie, you like the designs in the Bumblebee movie, these are all from that. These are also joining previous model kits that were already released. There were runs released for Bumblebee, Blitzwing, Cliffjumper, Soundwave, and RC. So now we've got almost a complete set of bots from the Bumblebee movie with Optimus Prime, Starscream, and the Seekers. I guess the only bots left would be Shockwave and the 2 triple changers who were hunting Bumblebee on Earth, Shatter and Dropkick. So other than that, I guess that would be the complete set. So that's all our quick hits. So let's move on to our main topic.
All right. You might want to go and check the weather or see if your dog and cat are surprisingly getting along, because Mattel and Hasbro have joined in a multi-year cross-brand licensing agreement. At this moment, all we know is they're going to create a Barbie-themed Monopoly on the Hasbro side and a Transformer-themed Uno on the Mattel side. And there's going to be, I'm guessing, Transformer-themed Hot Wheels coming up. So, I think Hasbro has Matchbox cars and Mattel has Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels is obviously the stronger brand. You're shaking your head, Daryl.
Mattel owns Matchbox as well.
Oh, they do? Oh, I thought they were. Oh, that's strange. Okay, well, whatever. Hot Wheels is the big player in that type of toy. So having Transformer themed things, I think especially with Rise of the Beast coming out, they probably wanted to jump on that. Transformer themed Uno is interesting. I'm wondering if this is also going to lead to possible crossover, like He-Man Transformers crossover toys. I mean, I don't know what else Mattel has.
The Barbie car.
Well,
could transform into something.
Bar C.
Yeah, I guess like you could have a Barbie RC.
And my joke was bad.
A Ken and Hot Rod or Springer, but take your pick. I don't know, but I mean, I don't know what other brands Mattel has, because I know like Turtles is now Nickelodeon owns it, and I don't know who they do the toys through, but I mean, Mattel is like the number 2 behind Hasbro, or number 1. I'm not sure where it goes. They are the top 2 brands. So I'm hoping this goes into more areas where we can expand the crossover, because as we've mentioned recently, they're doing a lot of the crossover with in-house stuff, and that's really not as exciting. So, Charles, what are your opinions on all this?
This is crazy. I mean, it's interesting because it feels like all the toy companies have already been gobbled up by Hasbro and Mattel. Like they've gobbled up all the smaller toy companies. Now they're kind of the 2 big ones left standing. We don't have toy stores anymore in the U.S., so I think they're kind of looking for ways to stay relevant and encourage people. I mean, it seems like even like, I mean, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if kids are turning away from toys. Maybe, I mean, it feels like they're marketing more towards adults than kids these days, all the toy lines. So I mean, this could be another this crossover thing. I think is another example. I think kids don't care if toys cross over or whatever. They just want cool stuff to play with. I think it's more the adults who have nostalgia who want to see like, ooh, Transformers Uno. Oh, that's weird, or whatever. You know,
Right.
It's interesting, but I wonder if it's gonna have, I guess, diminishing returns. It'll be big for a little bit, and then, like, and also like getting Hot Wheels Transformers. That's cool, but they still don't transform. So it's like, okay, you get cars with Autobot and Decepticon symbols on them. So.
Yeah, I was just looking around. You know what is a toy that was put out by Mattel? Mask.
Oh,
there's some interesting possibilities there that I'm sure fans of Transformers were probably also fans of Mask back in the day. So that would be a nice crossover.
But I thought Hasbro already owned Mask because they already were. They do.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I just looked at an old toy box and it had Mattel on the back.
Maybe it used to be Kenner and Hasbro and like.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I still want to see a Mask. Anything.
I think we need to look at the stuff that's being produced by Mattel now.
Yeah.
I posted in the host chat a brand portfolio for Mattel. It has everything that they're doing right now. Some of the interesting ones that either have been done by third party or would be interesting. Thomas the Tank Engine is a Mattel brand. The WWE is a Mattel brand.
Well, they would have their own licensing requirements there.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to look at like what Mattel actually owns. They have Mega Bloks.
Oh yeah.
Which does do like Halo and Pokemon.
I mean, Transformers is already partnered with Lego, so that'd be a step backwards, I think. There's Shogun Warriors. They have that. That's current. Rock'em Sock'em Robots. I mean, come on. It's in the name.
Haven't they already done an Optimus Megatron Rock'em Sock'em thing?
I think they did, but they couldn't call it Rock'em Sock'em. They had to call it something else.
Right.
Minecraft. For the life of me, I can't figure out why it's still huge, but it is.
It's virtual Legos. That's why it's so huge. Kids love just building stuff in Minecraft.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's so many things here.
Looking up, Mask was originally created by Kenner, so maybe for a time, Mattel owned Kenner, but I know Hasbro acquired Kenner,
right?
Because Kenner was originally where Star Wars toys were made, and Hasbro acquired that.
Yeah, but Star Wars again is just a license that could go anywhere.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
My real hope is a crossover with He-Man. Get some of those, classic styled He-Man vehicles transforming or converting.
He-Man's still pretty big on the toy shelves here at the Toys R Us's. So I mean, it's not too far, of a throw to kind of, see that something like that would happen.
Yeah. Do you have any other thoughts on this, Daryl?
I mean, the Hot Wheels one, they've done this already. Remember the 1/64th scale cars that were Hot Wheels size, that they literally just put a picture of the character on the bottom and they said, you flip it up and it's transformed. That was, I don't want that. Don't do that again.
Yeah.
And Hasbro recently partnered with Jada Toys, and they were the producers of the Not Micro Machines, and the other ones that were the regular 1/64th scale cars. So they've been producing, smaller cars, Hot Wheels size, just through Jada Toys. Just whether they're looking for the brand recognition of Hot Wheels branded Transformers, because when you go, like, I've been buying Hot Wheels recently, and I have nothing out here, but when you scan all those pegs, you get some of them have this logo in the top left corner that differentiates it and says this is a partnered thing here. And I'm just going to get one just because it's on topic too. Okay. So this one here, this is Knight Rider. So up in the top left corner, you've got Knight Rider logo, right? So when you're scanning all the pegs and you see this one, because regularly it's just blue, and you scanning, you see, oh, that one's got something on it. What is that? Knight Rider. So you know what it is, and you can see it real quick. So they put the Transformers logo up there. You think, oh, okay, well, there's something. And then something that they've partnered with forever is Batman and DC. So you can get Batmobiles and that kind of stuff with Hot Wheels, and they're everywhere. So you can quickly scan these things and see it, and it's just different. You can, just the regular ones are nothing. So if they get that logo up there, it says Transformers, that's something kids can see really, really easily, regardless of the actual car that's inside.
Right.
Well,
it's exciting, and we'll see. I'm guessing Transformers Uno is going to be popular at conventions just because. I mean, it's easy to bring. If you don't want to have to get into the official trading card game with all the rules and stuff, Uno's a quick game. So. Anyway, it's interesting. We'll definitely be watching the news and seeing where it goes. And it's not news I ever expected to see, but with the movies, like I forgot Barbie also has a movie coming out. It's clear that they're both wanting to take advantage of what each other can do. I mean, Barbie's probably the one brand that has not had a Monopoly game. Every other brand in the world's had it. So,
I own a Belkin Monopoly game.
Belkin, the networking company, or accessories.
Yep.
What is it like? Is it like a bunch of modems and network routers?
Yep. Yeah, it was a prize at a electronics convention, so They gave it to me. I still have it. It's in the basement, sealed. I'm like, there's no reason for me to open this. I have an actual version of Monopoly, but it's Belkin routers. I'm like, whatever. So stupid.
Wi-Fi cable router for $200.
I like to buy this Power Strip Square. Yeah. All right. Well, I think it's an interesting discussion topic, but yeah, there's not too much more to say at this point. But we'll definitely be talking about whatever else comes out and when these products are coming out. So,
okay, well, that's all our toy topics. So let's move on to trips to the store.
The Transmissions Podcast will return after these messages.
And Trips to the Store is powered by our friends at TeePublic. You can get all our merchandise at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. So that's where you can find all our cool merchandise like Transmissions shirts. If you want to get those, you can buy anything from TeePublic through our link. That will help out the show. So just go to transmissionspodcast.com/shop. That's where you can sign up. Or sign up and buy stuff from TeePublic. There it is.
yeah, sorry.
All right. Transmissionspodcast.com/shop. Check it out. Okay. Let's start off with what we got this week. I'll go first. I don't have any Transformers themed stuff. I did get something. I kind of splurged a little bit. So for all those
85-inch TV.
For all those who are looking forward to
95-inch TV.
Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. That's coming out in a couple of weeks. And
I'm not looking forward to that.
Nintendo released a special edition OLED Switch. Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. And
Did you get this so you don't have to share with the kids?
yes,
The OLED Switch is nice.
This was my first OLED Switch. This was upgrading from the regular version, and the screen is very nice. So here, Transformers Battlegrounds.
There you go. Which I bet you haven't played since we did that playthrough.
You might be right, Jeremy. But yeah, there it is. Transformers Battlegrounds, our Cyberverse-inspired Transformers video game, is strategy game. You can play it on the nice big OLED screen. So, yep. All right. Sorry, I don't have a Transformer. That's my excuse. Sorry. But that's all I got. All right, let's go to Daryl.
Well, I don't have anything new. But as Jeremy pointed out, I was stealthily advertising that I will be at Free Comic Book Day this coming weekend. I will be hanging out at Heroes Comics in London all day, helping out there from like 8 until 6. So it's a long-ass day. If you're in London, come by, get some free comics. They give away so many damn comics. It's ridiculous. But get some comics. Free Comic Book Day. Go to your local LCS. It's a great time, and you know, support local comic shops. Anyway, my stuff for trips to the store this week. I was just gonna show off some figures that I've shown off before because I didn't have anything new. But a bit of a theme for myself is the 86 movie. I don't know why I was feeling the 86 movie this week, but I kind of was. So I've got my G1 Cyclonus, and he's looking very awesome in purpley purple.
Paint looks really good on it.
Just really, really great. I love this figure. My G1 Scourge.
Nice.
And he's awesome. He's got the Fu Manchu going. There you go. With the head rocket. Ever you need a good head rocket?
I think it's backwards.
His head rocket?
Yes.
I like it forward. It's my toy. I like it so that he can shoot people that he's looking at.
No,
And
you
last
have
but
it
not
backwards,
least-
so he can't shoot anybody. He can shoot behind him.
The rocket comes out. Pew!
Oh. But the other side is where the laser blast comes out. That's why it's red.
It's like a booster rocket. So I don't know. Whatever.
It's a toy.
Who cares?
It's
a
not
toy.
exactly animation accurate.
Last one is G1 Galvatron, and this is a cool figure. For those that have it, it's not even close to what the movie looked like, but it's a cool figure. He has his own handle, which is nice, but he is he has electronics. I've taken the battery out of this one just because I didn't want to have to leave it in there, but it's a great figure, a pain in the ass to find parts for. So if you're one of those people out there that's trying to find one of these, like, you know, cannon barrels, good luck. They are pretty hard to find. But yeah, a really cool figure. You can get the UK variant. They got theirs in animation accurate purple, which I think is gorgeous. But this one here, the North American version, The regular version for most of the world actually came in just gray. So it's not very cool looking, but it's the one we got. Anyway, he's cool. He lights up. He's got sounds, and he does transform into that cannon, which I think the cannon for this guy, this G1 toy, looks pretty darn good. The toy, not so much. But it's Galvatron, and he looks, he's a pretty decent toy. Anyway, that's what I got for Trips to the Store this week. I don't know why I was feeling the 86 movie. Something about the, something about going, some Chaos Bringer. I don't know what was going on. But that's it.
All right. I also have a theme and not new toys. Mine have a couple themes to them. These were both released by FunPub in 2011. One was at BotCon, one was in the collectors, just for the collectors club. It was, I think, the free figure you got. First is the BotCon figure, and these are also based on a version of Hot Rod / Rodimus. This is animated Sideswipe, which is based off of the animated Hot Rodimus figure, Rodimus Minor figure. So I think it looks really good. I like that they put the little, where the Lamborghini logo would have been, they just put a little thing in the shape of the logo. He obviously doesn't transform into like a Lamborghini car, but this is based off of the G2. He's got some of the kind of paint decals to make you think of G2 Sideswipe. He's a nice figure. They did a good job with the paint decals and stuff. And I don't think I have any actual animated toys. I just have what came through BotCon or FunPub. Like all of the animated figures I have are just from that. And I was obviously late to the game because the animated figures are great. And then the next one I have is based off of Classics Rodimus. And this is a version of RID 2001 Sideburn, but from that Rodimus mold. So this is painted to look like Sideburn in his blue form. And they did, if this will focus on his head. There we go. So you can see they didn't paint one side of his head because they painted the eye there. And that matches up with the original Sideburn toy, how he had a little eyepiece.
Oh,
so
right.
It might look like a paint mistake, but it was made on purpose to homage the toy. And Classic Rodimus is a great toy. I have that one, and this is a nice recolor to make it look like a different figure, and this is a lot of fun. So I like how we now have the Generation Selects where we can get a lot of these kind of odd recolors and remolds from Hasbro directly, and it's open to a wider audience because, when FunPub was the only option, a lot of people were left out and couldn't get things like this. And, it's great to kind of see your other figures reimagined and what they can do with the molds, just with a little bit of paint. Maybe another head. So that's what I got this week.
Very cool.
Well, that's all for Trips to the Store. And I think that takes us to the end of this episode of Transmissions. So we don't have any convention news or feedback this week. It's a pretty light week, but we had fun talking about some
for it in alt mode.
Yes. Lots of news coming in alt mode this week, so stay tuned for that.
I don't know why.
Something happened at the end of last week. We may have reacted to that, and then lots of stuff to talk about. So check us out in alt mode, couple of days this Friday, and we will be talking all about movies, new movies coming out next year too. So just listen, keep listening. But that'll do it for this week's Transmissions. Of course, at the end of every Transmissions podcast, we give a shout out to our Masterpiece Donatrons. These are the folks who continue to support the podcast at our highest level on Patreon, which is why they deserve recognition in every episode. So thank you once again to John 4X11 Good and Demon Tech 82. So thank you everyone else for watching and listening. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Transmissions. If you'd like to join the conversation, travel to our Discord channel at transmissionspodcast.com/Discord. Want some cool transmission swag? Feast your eyes on our transmissions gear at transmissionspodcast.com/shop. If you'd like to support our podcast, go to transmissionspodcast.com/support or tell your friends about our show. We'll see you next time.